everyone, it's Jenna from Wedding Help NI, and we have the two lovely ladies who do the exact same job as me, wedding content creation. We have wedding content by Yaz and Dreamy doing weddings. So hi girls, how are you?
Hello,
good,
so happy to be here.
How are we feeling?
Thank you for having us.
Nervous? Okay. What's the vibe today?
Excited.
Okay.
All good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're just going to have a wee chat to see how you've got into content creating and stuff.
Yes.
And just kind of go back and forth.
Let's
Is that
do
all
it.
right with you guys?
Amazing.
So tell me about yourself as well first, Yaz. How did you get into content creating for weddings?
I got into it because of my husband. So
Okay.
he was doing a few weddings and he had worked with a content creator and he was hearing people talking about content creating and other photographers and videographers were mentioning it and it seemed to be the buzzword, and he came home to me and he said, I think you should do this. I thought,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I don't know. But I went out to a few weddings and I think I'd done 2 weddings quite close together, and I absolutely loved it. Fell in love with the whole concept, and I really enjoyed the editing process, which was surprising to me, but I picked that up quite well. Quite
And is
fast.
this only a recent thing as well for yourself?
Yeah, well, but August 24, I think I done my first wedding.
Okay.
So yeah,
Brilliant.
quite recent, yeah.
And yourself, Kirsty
So,
from Dreamy doing weddings?
Well, it's actually my own wedding that was the catalyst to me actually pursuing wedding content creation. So I had thought about it for ages, but you know yourself, you think about something, you think about it, and you just be, you know, putting it off and putting it off. And then I just saw the value of it when I got married myself. We did a bit of an untraditional wedding. We milked it and spread our wedding celebrations over a couple of days. So those wedding videos that friends and family had taken were really important to me. Now, they were blurry and from who knows what angle, but they just were so meaningful because it was just a different POV of the day that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah.
So that
And
was
are you married yourself, Yaz? Sorry?
Yes, I'm married. Chris McKernan Photography is his page. I forgot to mention his name.
She's
So
got
yeah, he's
two
been
lovely
in the
married
industry
ladies.
for about 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And how did you meet?
So we met, oh my goodness, a long time ago. I think it was Facebook.
Back in the day?
Back in the day of Facebook Messenger,
Remember
yeah.
MSN?
Yeah, oh my
Are you
goodness.
too young? I think you're
sorry.
Yeah, you're too young.
Yeah, you are too young for
Maybe
MSN.
we're showing our age.
Yeah,
now.
no,
Fine.
MSN. I remember that.
So yes, you met each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then who asked who out first?
Oh my goodness, my husband, yeah. That's
Fab.
funny.
Brilliant. What about you? Who was the first one to ask
Oh,
out?
him for sure.
Oh, it has to always be the man, but isn't it? If a girl does it, like there's something not right. It has to come from a man, like, doesn't it? So you've both been doing wedding content creating. How long have you been doing it as well, Kirsty?
My first wedding was April 2024, so just kind
Couple
of the
months in
same
between each
timeline,
other.
yeah.
And just to put that out there, we all haven't actually ever met each other. We have, of course, met.
We know each
We've
other
always
well.
talked
Yeah,
on social
so
media.
nice to meet you.
So it's so lovely to actually meet face to face because we're never actually going to get to work with
Yeah,
each other.
yeah.
So it's quite nice to hear the different perspectives.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to wedding content creation, what would be the most important thing for you to capture on the day for the bride, groom, or the couple? For yourself, Yaz?
The most important thing for me to capture on the day is all those moments. I love capturing everybody having the crack and laughing and having fun. And another thing that's very important for me to capture is also the emotion. Another thing I always say that is very important is the personality of your day and how each day is so individual to the couple.
Yeah.
I love to get that across in the content that I capture and the edits that I make. You know, if there's any little, for example, bride and groom recently, the groom really loved Pokemon and there's a few little Pokemon elements to the day and I made sure to capture that and got that across in the video, and yeah, that's
Lovely.
I love getting all that sort of stuff.
What about yourself as well, Kirsty?
If I had to sum it up, it would, I think I really enjoy capturing an additional perspective. So you have your photographer, you probably, or maybe have a videographer. In that case, I'm going to actively look for the areas that they're not covering in the moment. So if we say your ceremony, you know, cameras are on you guys, you're doing your vows, and while I have a camera on you for vows, I'm also looking through your family and your friends and all those little tear wipes and everything. So those moments that you won't necessarily see because your attention is elsewhere as a couple, but also, like Yaz said, the emotion. Oh my gosh, I'm such a sentimental person, and that absolutely influences how I capture a wedding day.
I don't know about you,
All
but I love
emotion.
when there's kids there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's one thing I just adore capturing.
Yes.
Is just the kids
Yes.
running about, having a wee laugh.
Exactly.
But when
like,
they're adults, they'll look at this.
Yeah.
You know, you'll have all that. I think it's so special
Absolutely.
for the parents too to have those things. And
100%,
Even
because
grandparents too.
grandparents,
and-
exactly. Like, your wedding day is a bit of a timestamp in your life. Like those people are probably not all going to be in the same place at once.
Yeah.
All those people, you know, we're all getting older. You know, things don't stay the same forever, and so that's why. And I know Yaz and Jenna, you can see the significance of having that documented as it is on the day. So emotion, VIPs, those little moments that you might miss.
The focuses of the day compared to just the couple.
Yes.
Isn't it really? Is what most of us content creators would capture.
Yeah.
I know you'll always work with photographers and you might work with videographers and stuff. From a perspective of all three girls that do content creation, what do you find the difference between all three of them would be? I know for me that I'm not directional, while I always find like a photographer would be more directional.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think we do need to have direction if you're going to do little TikTok dances or transitions and stuff. Would you find yourselves to be quite directional, or do you almost stay in the background behind the photographer and videographer?
Yeah.
So I always take my lead from my couples. So as you say, photographer is usually falls into that leadership role. And so it depends whether the couple have specifically requested something from me, or if it's not like a specific trend, it's more of like, I would get a lot of requests for like drinks reception candids. And so I'm going to do my best to be a fly on the wall in those situations. But there are certain like poses and, you know, your Pinterest board inspiration, like I'll just get a little vibe of how you want your photos and your videos to look. And so I will absolutely take my lead from the photographer, from the couple. But I do like 5 minutes to kind of let the creative juices flow and be like, you know what, if you can just move that way and put your arm there and then good to go. But yes, photographer, videographer will always have a little powwow with them before we get into that portrait session. So we all know where we're sitting.
We're all standing. What about you guys? What's kind of your perspective on it all?
So the difference, I would say the photographer very much directing. I think a little bit of direction with the photographer for sure, because they have those shots of mine. Usually they've sent over a shot list and things like that off what sort of stuff that they like. And so there's definitely, that's needed with a photographer. With us for content, I really do believe that all those natural candid moments happening is the golden ticket. That's the stuff that is really nice. I do think sometimes if you want to do like the trends, like you said, you do need a bit of direction. But also sometimes if you're somewhere and you feel like a little bit of direction would just make the difference, and you feel like in that moment that they wouldn't mind that little bit of direction, then I think definitely as a content creator there can be a little bit if it's necessary. And then videographer and the content creator go really well together, because usually they can get what they need by doing just the one direction together. If you're working as a team, you wouldn't find that the videographers telling you to do something and the content's telling you something. You would do that together, and you can sort of get what you need as a team.
They're both different perspectives, videographer and content creator. Sometimes I look and go, I wonder, is content creating just like a trend? Do you ever feel like sometimes with wedding content creating it's just a trend? Or do you think it is something that's going to stay in place?
I think it'll stay in place very much so, because I got married 3 years ago, and it's something that I did that wasn't really around then, and it's something that I wish I had. Because I would love to be able to go onto my phone and look at stuff throughout the day. Unfortunately, I've had a few people that have passed away since my wedding. And I was very thankful to recently get the raw stuff from my videographer. But I was able to get that on my phone, and I'm able to like go through that and look at it. And that's what I think is so nice about content, is that you have it on your phone, and it's so special.
Absolutely.
It's just, it's like a really special thing to have. I don't think anybody will ever think that's a trend.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like to jump off that, I just think the accessibility of wedding content creation is such a pro for it, because it lives on your phone and you can literally go back to those moments at any time. It's also just a little bit more honest, a little bit more raw, because you can hear people's voices, you can hear people laughing. It's not that's a bit different to your videographer, where they're taking like clips, putting it all together. There's music over the top of it, and you get that in your like reels and edits and things. But when you get all those raw clips, like I just think it's such an honest look back at your day, and it just really brings you back to the moment because of how accessible it is as well.
I think as well, we're all very precious about our own phone. We're always going to have a mobile phone on us, but we're never always going to be so precious about a USB card or a DVD. And even like when you think now, DVD is so long ago, but do you remember whenever DVD used to be an actual player? Then the next thing it changed into the actual back of a TV.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's just such a thing now as a DVD player inside a TV. It's just a TV now because everything all is by phone and things like that. So I know I would look after my phone more than what I would a memory pen or a DVD, or I'll put that in there and I'll sort it out later. But my phone, it's like, where's my phone? So I think in that perspective, what you're saying, it's nice to have those memories, especially if people unfortunately are no longer here.
It's
And
so
it's nice to
special,
look back, and especially because what you're saying, those special moments, you know, you could have like your little girl who's obviously having a laugh, and you've got an auntie, you've got a granny, you've got a granddad, you've got an uncle, you've got all those special moments. So I do think that is quite a...
And they're quick to watch too. Like we make shorter content, whereas, you know, your video, like I know my own wedding video was like, I think one of them was, goodness, it must have been about 20 minutes, one of them. Whereas the stuff that we're making as well, it's very much, get that quick.
Yeah,
you can go and watch
bite-sized,
it. It's like,
accessible. It's
like a minute long. You can go and watch it, and you're like, oh, so nice. Like it just makes you happy whenever you watch it. You know. So
just about jump off what Yaz was saying earlier about like the difference. I think it's so fun when you have a content creator as well. Like all it takes is for us to maybe throw out just a little bit of like, oh, can you move to the left, or can you look this way, for it to be a different image than you're getting. Your photographer has theirs, and then I don't know about you guys, but often once the photographer's kind of gone through their poses, I'll just like throw in one or two, and then there's something unique that you're getting for very, very small amount of time. Like it's no effect on the timeline. It's literally just moving a position or moving to a backdrop, and you have something different. Which I think is important as content creators. Like we need to show our value in that we're adding to the collection of your day.
And you can never have enough.
You can never have enough.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, this is all you have after your wedding.
Correct.
Is your photos, your pictures, your videos.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
all.
one thing I do actually say to all my couples, and I will apologise to most of my couples, when I am flicking through to see all the raw stuff, sometimes you say, like, you do like a wee direction, it's like, look at me a wee second, and then I'll do a wee put. And like, sometimes I have I don't want them to hear my voice because my voice is horrendous. Or if I'm like this horrible cackle laugh. So I always get where I'm like, someone might mute because you really don't want to listen to my voice. I say, but I will capture those lovely moments of the laughs, the giggles, the things like that and stuff as well.
If ever I have to throw out a prompt, I don't hit record until I've literally said my last syllable, so that they don't have to hear my voice. And I do. Sometimes the photographer and videographer will like maybe say something to me, and I'm just mute for like 30 seconds and then reply because I'm like, you get it. You guys get it.
Yeah.
We all get it. Nobody wants to hear my voice this close to the camera.
Just going off that as well, like see, as well though, if you have a consultation with a couple beforehand and they're very much like, look, we don't want any direction at all, then we're okay with that as well. Like I know it's all about what they want. If they...
I mean, I think we're in our element.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys if you would agree, but I think we are in our element as wedding content creators when we are allowed to kind of take that backward
and flow.
Back seat, and be that fly on the wall.
Yes.
And because it is a phone, it's so much more subtle than carrying around a camera, and so you can get those candids at a bit of a closer range probably than the photographer and videographer may can manage. Now that depends on your guests and stuff. But yes, I do. I love being given permission to just take a back seat and
I know content creating, a lot of people think that content creating it's just creating little reels and stuff, but do you girls in your packages or anything say that you can take some photos and stuff but make them aware that it's by an iPhone, by a smartphone? Do you have that in your packages as well?
I personally don't take photographs, so what I would do afterwards is I would go through the footage and I would screen grab and I would create a photo, almost like a photo album, with little screen grabs. Everybody seems to really like those. I would never, personally, I don't take photographs because I feel like when I'm taking that photograph, I could have been videoing and recording, and sometimes so I explain that. But there has been couples where maybe they do want a few photographs, and I have done that on request.
Very good. And
Yes.
would you take some?
So I would do a mix of screen grabs and photos, but
Yeah.
I'm quite intentional about when I do those photos
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
as you say, you don't want to something that's happening only once.
Yes.
We want a video of that.
Yes.
And that's what we're there for. But yes, in the content gallery, that includes a few photos and a few.
You find that, well,
a few
I
screen
find
grabs.
that sometimes something with movement in it has more of a story than what just a single photo would be.
Yeah.
Is that what way you would look at it and stuff
Yeah.
and all too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quality as well. Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to give them a photo, not just for the sake of giving them a photo, but
Yeah.
you want it to be a good quality photo. And
Exactly.
sometimes when there's movement and there's, you've only got one shot to get it,
Yeah.
a video is the way to go. And then
Yes.
afterwards we can give you like a polished screen
Because you
grab of
can't
that.
make a photo move.
Yes.
So
exactly.
you can make a video stop and you can screen grab
Yeah.
the video, but you can't. You know
Yes,
what
so
I'm
it's
saying?
video
So,
first,
yeah.
but we do include a few photos.
Yeah.
And we've also said, obviously, you are both married ladies,
Mm-hmm.
clearly lucky guys, to have the two of you. Can I ask as well where you got married?
I got married in Denadry.
Denadry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. I actually live in Denadry, which is
There we
fun. But I did Belfast City Hall.
Belfast City
and
Hall.
it wouldn't have changed anything
Yeah.
about it.
But you
Gorgeous.
both said there that you wish content creating was a thing
Yeah.
back
Absolutely.
then for yourselves as
Absolutely.
well. Do you think you feel that way because you're now in that industry? Or is
Yeah.
it definitely something that's always touched a wee bit of your heart?
It's always, as I said earlier, I'm such a sentimental person. So
Yeah.
literally anything that shows me and my husband and my family, my friends, like
Yeah.
I'm just such a big love bug. So like I just love them all so much. And I know couples love, there's a reason that all their guests are there and all their family. So just me being quite an emotional, sentimental person, I just think there's so much value
Value to
in
it.
that.
And you've been doing it only for a year, 2 years, roughly
2 years,
anyway, and
yeah.
everything seems to be all going really well for you. So how you find wedding help as well with that?
Yeah, Wedding Help's been amazing. I've been
Yeah.
with Wedding Help since I started.
Brilliant.
My husband has been on it from the very start, and he really loved it. And he says, "I know exactly what you need to do is join the Wedding Help," and it has been really good support, and definitely got my name out there when I was first starting and things like that. So
And look where you are now.
Yeah, so I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, and yourself, how do you find wedding
I
help
feel
also?
like I've only just recovered from 2025.
Yeah.
Like it was such a busy year and it's February now and we're just about, this is the week of firsts for me. First business meeting, first podcast, first wedding of the year this week. But so I feel like I've just recovered. But wedding help has been great. And for me, the best thing about it has just been the community.
Yeah.
I've met so many other people that I've learned from, that I've made friendships with, and it's just that alone is so special to me, and I don't think you can put a price on that with the support and community that you get with that, and so I'm very happy to be part of Wedding Help.
And lastly, just in regards, do you have different packages as well? And what are your packages, Yaz?
I would have a half-day package and a full-day package.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Brilliant.
that seems to work very well. My half-day package, I can be like from bridal prep and then right up to say speeches, or I can have that from ceremony right up till the dancing.
So you can alternate the
I can
time.
alternate my half
Okay.
day, or I can just do a full day right from
Yeah.
bridal prep up until dancing.
Yeah. What about yourself? Have you a couple of
So
packages?
I have 3 packages. One
Yeah.
is like your mini, so that's up to 4 hours coverage. And then similarly to Yaz, I have a half day package with 6 hours coverage and then a full day. And so if it's not a full day package, then those hours of coverage, you can just tell me when you want those hours of coverage to be. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. I'm gonna try anyway.
Yeah.
Quickly before we go to do a wee bit of like quick fire questions.
can't wait.
I'm trying to think of them in my head. All right, so it's just answer the first question or first answer.
Yeah.
It would suit to you.
Yeah.
So would you prefer black and white or colour?
Ooh, colour.
I would be black and white. I
Black
quite
and
like
white.
it recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your favourite time of the day, would it be morning or night time for when it comes to weddings?
Ooh, morning.
Morning.
And do you prefer to travel for a wedding or somewhere close to home?
Oh,
Oh, I do.
both have things.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so nice to get somewhere different and that
Yeah.
you're not there all the time, but it's lovely when you are local to a venue and you know it really well.
Yeah.
So that's really hard.
It's a tough one. I love travelling, but it's the night time, it's coming home.
Yeah.
I recently done one last year done one in Cork, a
Right.
Ballyvolan House, I think it was called. It was absolutely gorgeous. And see, just getting to go down there and actually see Cork and go to a different venue and just see somewhere new.
It's
you know,
nice,
it's
isn't
nice.
it?
It's something different. But obviously that journey back home,
Yeah.
we did travel home after the you know, the day
How long
as
was
well.
that?
No,
It's
you
about
didn't.
6 hours, 5-6 hours.
Oh
I think
my
that's, yeah. So,
That's like another full day.
but it's just so nice seeing somewhere different as well.
Yeah,
but
I've heard
obviously
lovely
we're spoilt
things
up
about
here.
Cork.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cork
yeah,
is
it's really
meant to be
nice.
gorgeous. I would definitely need at least 4 Krispy
Yeah.
Kremes for that drive home.
We're so spoiled for choice here though for
We are.
venues, like
Oh my gosh, yeah.
close to home too.
Yeah.
Do you ever have like any snacks that you have to take with you to a wedding day?
Ooh,
Mine's is a pink Red Bull and a Krispy Kreme.
Oh goodness, I don't know.
I have to have my electrolytes
Oh yes, what
because
flavour?
they really make the difference. They're like mango orange,
Zesty.
Mints.
citrus.
I always have to have mints. Everybody that's
Yes.
worked with me will know that I'm like the mint
And then
supplier.
gel.
Love it.
Constant.
And we can both find you on Wedding Help NI as well,
Yes.
isn't that right? And then
Yes.
all your socials and stuff as well.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much
Thank you so much for
joining
having me.
us. It's been so lovely meeting you, and it's actually really nice to meet other
Yeah.
wedding content
Oh,
creators
tell
as
me
well.
about it. It's so I will
As you say,
always
it's
jump
the
at the
community.
chance.
Yeah.
What do we always say? Community over competition.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Well,
Love
thank you
that.
again, girls, anyway, for joining.
you.
So that is it. Thank you very much for listening to us at the Wedding Content Creation with Wedding Help NI. See you again.